also were peddling that narrative of KO taking Skanda from... From...
But it's the truth.
That's not the truth.
That is the truth. I was there, nigga. MT from Tembisa, 1632.
Yes.
Had a mixtape called Skanda Music.
We didn't listen to that mixtape.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter
We
whether
don't
you
know
did
about that mixtape.
whether you did or not.
Yeah.
He started Skanda.
Skanda for KO was the sound of... That was Skanda, the music.
Yes.
So what Skanda did he start, that nigga? Did he make that sound of music? He didn't make the same sound as KO.
Sorry.
KO took the Skanda name from MT, but took the Skanda sound from Lunatic.
Let me correct you.
The name and the sound, those are two different things.
Created the Skanda sound with Lunatic. Took the Skanda name from South Africa. Not from fuckers, whoever that is.
Okay, never mind. It's crazy that the answers nobody had I found when searching for myself. Let's toast to victory. Pick up your glass, show me love.
Welcome to Choppin It with Bhuda T. I am the Lord of the entire, the Lord of the every, Lord of the fit, Lord of the babies, Lord of the light-skinned baby daddies. Shout out to my nigga French, he's in the cuts. Lord of the chop, Lord of the goat level, Lord of the highest, Lord of the entire. We are here for... Once again, yet another culture chop. Okay, goat level first, introduction. Goat level introduction. We've got Rashid K in the building. Everybody. We say the K when we say you, nah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we say
That's
the K.
for sure.
Okay, Rashid K, yeah. He's in the cut, goat level.
Yeah.
Our family, the family of the chop.
You already know, man.
French fry, he's in the cut.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, my employer. I appreciate you. A culture chop. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you for the invite.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we had a few words on Twitter, and then people from the audience, they were like, "Yeah, you should come on the chop." And I was like, "That's actually a great idea."
That. Yeah.
I was like, "That's a great idea. Why not?" So here you are. Thank you for honoring the invite. Appreciate having you here. I'm assuming you're gonna give us all the juice.
Whatever you need to know, if I have the answers, you're gonna get them.
I love that. Where do we start if we're talking Rashid? Where do we start?
I don't know where I'm from. Rashid K. K is just stylized for my surname is Kumalo.
Okay.
Yeah, my real name's Mtutuzi Rashid Kumalo, born and raised in Thokoza, the East Rand.
East Rand stand up.
yeah, man. So grew up that side with Buslika and them. Hidden Force, Square Camp. Yeah. Matter of fact, me and Slika were like childhood friends once in the same crew at some point, you know.
That's fire.
yeah. Before Square Camp and them. Yeah, but yeah, I grew up in the East Rand.
The East Rand is dominant as far as hip hop in Jersey, né?
Yeah.
Like a lot of
Quest.
East Rand is holding it. Like just the other week, Pretty was here. He's East Rand.
Yeah,
East Rand.
Because that's where Joburg hip hop started. You know, I heard Questa saying it the other day, but it's true. You know, if you go back, you look at Karamo. Karamo dropped a hip hop album back in 1991. Karamo is Katlehong Rappers Movement. You know, and then there was Two Black, Too Strong in 92. You know what I mean? So that's before the Amus and the Salvins and the Spaxes, you know. So hip hop in Joburg started in the East Rand.
Because that's what I was about to say. I was gonna be like, yo, is the East is the South gonna be okay with this statement today? But you have obviously factual.
Yeah.
You have numbers. You have dates.
We like that's why we're building a South African hip hop museum. We're doing a lot of research. So everything that's going in there, it's not speculation.
Has to be factual.
It has to be factual, yeah.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
Also, I think we should have mentioned that you have obviously your own podcast. Maybe for anyone who would have not have seen your podcast.
I also have a podcast called
Masterclass,
The Masterclass Podcast with OG Samge from YFM.
Shout out OG.
Which is a hip hop podcast, but it's more about education more than, and we don't do interviews. We'll tell you about split sheets. We'll tell you about mechanical royalties. We'll tell you about sync deals. It's whatever you want to know on the business side of the industry. You check out the Masterclass podcast.
It's important. We need that in the culture because we can't always just be having fun, chopping it. To you chopping it, Nate. Can't just be chopping it. You also gotta get to school.
Yeah.
Get your
Because artists be always like, yo, they ripping me off like, yo, go back to episode 6.
And
You
look
know,
at what
'cause-
you should have done.
Yeah.
That's super dope. How do you become the figure you've become today? Because the history, like you just have it top of the dome like that. You obviously are that like engulfed by the culture, that in love, that invested in this hip hop shit, the SA hip hop shit. I assume.
It's a combination of many things. One being an OG, being there like physically. I went to Lee Club. I was in Gandhi Square battling. You
Crazy.
know, I saw all those things firsthand. You know, when YFM started in 1997, Rap Activity Jam, I was there. You know, so when I do research,
crazy.
some of the things are just like on top of my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You probably don't even have to research much.
Yeah.
Like you actually, it's like whenever we talk about things that I was there for me, it's like, why am I arguing this? I
Yeah.
was there.
You know what I mean?
So that's what it's like for you.
Yeah,
in
it's
these
like that.
hip-hop
It's like
conversations.
that, for sure.
That's fire. So, okay, you'll come up then. So you came up as an artist, rapping, because you said you were in Gandhi Square doing the battles.
Yeah. I was a cypher nigga battling Bo Adamas, Bo Pro Kid. Cause I went to NSA, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Another NSA. nigga.
Yeah.
Okay.
and Pro Kid went to JSS, Johannesburg Secondary. Osmic went.
The gesture. You're like, no, I'm looking at your chest.
Oh, sorry.
Like one of those.
I'm dead.
And then Osmic went to Parktown Boys. He was a battle rapper as well and a beatboxer. So we used to meet up
Fire.
at Gandhi Square after school there. Everybody, before there was even an industry. Like after school we'd meet up there, like we'd write letters, like I wanna battle so and so.
Crazy.
Yeah, before there was even Mix It.
Yeah. Because even having phones
Even
not everybody had one.
Even having phones, you know, so it was that game, you know.
That's crazy.
So, and Osmic, when we finished matric, Osmic didn't want to go to the university. He wanted to start the business immediately. So he had an office at Gandhi Square, you know. But I went to school, but we were still hanging out, you know. And then he opened ritual stores in Newtown under the bridge. Remember the
Legendary,
red building? Yeah. So he called me up. They called me up because he liked how I was moving.
Yeah.
You know, and the knowledge I had when it comes to the game. You know, it was Back to the City 2007. And then before the SA Hip Hop Awards, I remember in 2011, the Summers wanted to cancel the hip hop category and call it urban pop. Mix it with Kwaito and house, make it one category.
I remember that. Yeah.
So we had a petition saying no. There's a lot of hip hop for it to stand alone.
This is 2011.
This is 2011.
Imagine.
Damn.
Luckily, they kept it. That's when Amo won the award with the principal. And then 2012, AKA was winning everything. Best hip hop, best male, you know, with Alter
I'm
Ego.
happy that just made it that statement.
Yo.
You know what I mean? So in 2012, like, these people can decide to scrap this hip hop thing anytime. Let's do the SA Hip Hop Awards.
That's fine.
Yeah, so
that's
where we don't give a fuck what those niggas do, you know. if they decide to cancel hip hop, there's hip hop awards.
That's fire.
Yeah, so the hip hop awards were born in 2012.
Okay, that's fire. Let's skirt back just a bit to Back to the City.
Back to the
Because we
City.
can't just
We can't
run over
skip
it
that.
like
Yeah,
because
that's
also
2007.
monumental.
That's 2007 when the first Back to the City started in Newtown under the bridge.
Yeah.
There was no mall there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the first event, it was free. The artists were not paid. There was no door takings. People were coming in for free. We had like 3,500 people.
On the first one.
Yeah, on the first one.
Crazy. That's fire.
Because there was a Sprite truck
Okay, yeah.
parking for like 3 months opposite the shop in Newtown. It's one of those trucks where you open, there's a sound, there's a stage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's been there. So there's a guy coming to this truck every day. Like, we approached him. We want to do a show. Can we use this truck? He was like, just tell me the date and time so I can come and park it. And then he came on the day. You know, before he came, what we did was we approached every hip hop session around Joburg. Tembisa, Soweto, Foslo, Togoza, the Val. We approached all the hip hop sessions to do Back to the City, to bring all of them back to the city.
Fire.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So they came through, the driver came, reversed the truck, parked it across the street, Newtown under the bridge, and then the rest is history.
And that was the first
That
Back
was the
to the
first
City.
Back to the City.
I was like
Yeah,
9 at the time, so
Yeah,
this is
2007.
like
2007,
it's
yeah.
a masterclass
Wow.
right now.
And the first one had 3,000 people
3,500 people on record.
on
Yeah.
Shit, that's fire.
And then in 2011, still under the bridge, that was the last one under the bridge, we had a stampede. Yeah, we had a stampede. I think we had 11,000 people inside and 4,000 people outside trying to come in. And then we were banned from hosting Back to the City under the bridge. That's when we moved to the square. Mary Fitzgerald, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I remember the 2011 one.
yeah.
I remember that. You wanna?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to add. So 2011, I remember I think it was called Standard Bank Arena. There would be Masters of Rhythm.
Masters of Rhythm, yeah.
So I just wanted to ask, like, these were surely some of the festivals, not necessarily like rap, but you guys were taking on, because, you know, if you guys were pulling in 11,000 people at the time, that
Yeah,
means you were running the streets like that.
There was like a lot of events happening at that time. Like Red Bull would do some three-style DJ competition or B-boy competition. Masters of Rhythm used to do the dance competitions. But we just wanted to do like an event that will accommodate everyone with everything. Like the B-boys, the DJs, the rappers, the battle MCs, the skaters, the basketballers.
Culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had everybody under one roof.
Yeah.
The SA Hip Hop Awards. We are now in 2023, so that means they've been around for. You said the first one was what? 2012.
2012, yeah.
Shit.
With 11 years, 12 years, yeah.
Yeah.
We've had 11 of them already.
Yeah, 17 years of Back to the City, 12 years of SA Hip Hop Awards.
This
hard
is
work.
real, like
Yeah.
SA historical footprints.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, because it's different from, say, like the things we were arguing the other time, the TWC and Cash Time shit. Like,
Yeah.
those are like opinions, and it's like those things you can't. Like Back to the City and the SA Hip Hop, those are footprints.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah, yeah.
staples of, like, you can say, oh no, we did that for that long.
Yeah.
Like, and that involves the whole game, like the whole industry. So does Back to the City. Like,
And when we started in 2007, the hardest songs were Dukes, Munati Twa, and
Fire.
Tear Gas Chance.
fire, because those
they
came
were
out 2006.
Yeah. So 2007, they were like on top of the game.
Were they there performing?
No, they were not. They were not.
It was just niggas from the ciphers.
It was just street niggas.
Yeah.
It was
And it attracted 3,000 people.
yes, it was just street niggas. At that point, like, radio niggas couldn't couldn't perform 2 tracks there because you get booed. You know?
Yeah, the streets
Yeah,
don't
no,
fuck with
the,
the radio
street
niggas.
niggas,
With the radio
street
dudes.
niggas were not messing with the Altidos and the Daleses. Nah.
Yes. That's true.
Hey, they wouldn't perform there.
That's true, actually, because there was still a bit of that even when we came into the game. Like,
Yeah.
there was still a bit of that flavor in the air, like, of, we don't, at Back to the City, they don't really fuck with the mainstream niggas.
Mainstream.
Actually, the Les is the god of the cool kids.
Yes.
Because I remember at the Hype Awards, at the Dome, 2008,
Yeah.
it was like the venue was divided. It was like, I'ma keep kids here and the street niggas, the hardcore niggas
Yeah.
there. You know, it was crazy. There was that division. I think someone who broke that, who introduced the mainstream to Back to the City, was AKA.
I was going to say
Was
AKA,
a-
yeah.
But the album was not even out yet. Alter Ego was not even out yet because
Yeah.
he came there, he performed, he did that Rick Ross song.
I
I think I'm Big Mitch.
Oh,
Jacob
yeah,
Zuma.
He used to
Blow
perform
money
with
fast.
He
Yeah.
used to kill that. Yeah, yeah.
So he did that and like niggas were like vibing to it. They didn't boo him. I
Yeah.
think that like opened the floodgates for the cool kid.
Yeah, I think AKA did bridge that
mainstream
gap,
industry.
the
Yeah.
mainstream and the underground
Yeah, he
thing.
did that.
Because
He did that.
even with the Stogie affiliation, the Reason,
Yeah.
and he always kept the foot in this side and the
Yeah.
foot, and always had respect from that side
and
of the
we
game.
booked him the following year. The album was out. His first video,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's bang. He came to us asking for a footage. That's him performing Back to the City. You see him on stage there
yeah.
with Kulichana.
That should be bang, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, it could have been the other
is it?
joint with Pro. I want it all. Whichever
I'm
one
not
of them
sure.
came.
But the
yeah.
one where he's performing on stage, that's a
Yeah.
Back to the City footage. He came to ask for the
Fire.
footage, and next thing it's on TV.
That's fire. Did the underground scene have anybody else who had popped like as far as mainstream? How involved was Pro before popping as a mainstream guy in the underground space?
He was a battle rapper. He was a battle rapper. And a lot of people don't know that Pro Kid was an English rapper, like strictly 100%.
Yeah, full on English rap.
Full on.
Yeah.
Even his first album, he only has 3 songs in vernac.
Yes, he's
Like,
mainly English
yeah.
on that album.
He only has Ungapheli Umoya San, Wozu Zobabona, and Fede Fokol.
Yeah.
The rest is English. 17 songs.
He's rapping in English
You know,
on that album.
And people are not even aware. I think it was the label thing, like, yo, add some vernac here and there. Then he ended up going 100% vernac.
Which is crazy because now he's become the
symbol
goat
of
of
vernac rap. Yeah,
he
rap,
is
yeah.
the
You know,
dude.
but with battles, he never battled in vernac.
in vernac.
Yeah, he was like straight up English rapper. Yeah.
That's fine. Okay, so
It's history. dog.
you build your stripes, obviously, like you're saying, 17 years back to the city, 30, what is it, 13?
12 years.
12 years.
of SA Hip
SA
Hop Awards. And
How long? Okay.
and
Give
then
us more
5 years,
stripes.
5 years of building the museum,
museum,
SA
yeah,
Hip Hop Museum, which is gonna be open this year. So this year we're gonna have like 3 months of hip hop. September we're launching the SA Hip Hop Museum. October it's Back to the City. November it's SA Hip Hop Awards.
Okay.
That's fine.
And the museum was broken into at some point, right?
Yeah, it was. It
Damn.
was. We had to start afresh at some point because they took all the plasmas on the wall.
Oh, shit.
And yeah, it
When was
bro-
this? Speak on that. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think
Frenchie.
shortly after they actually launched it, like, you know, I
Yeah.
read about it. I actually saw publications speak on it, like they actually took everything valuable.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it was a major setback. We would have been up by now, but we had to start afresh.
That's crazy.
Dude,
Come
yeah.
on, SA, let's do better.
Gotta preserve culture. And
You
this
know
is
what I
what they
mean?
do.
Better, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so 5 years of building the museum.
Yeah.
And what else do you have your hands in this hip hop game? How long have you been doing your pod?
We in 2 weeks we on episode 100.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's
and-
fire.
Yeah, we're gonna be on episode 100.
Congratulations, that's
Thank
dope.
you, thank you.
That's a big one.
Yeah, but like everything I've been on, it's been about hip hop because I've been like 10 years on radio now. You know, I did
What, on Metro, ne?
on Metro, but I started on Ukozi FM. I did 2 years on Ukozi
Fire.
FM doing Clevanga Kivapi, a hip hop show. And then after 2 years, from 2013 to 2015, I was on Ukozi. And then on 2015, I moved to Metro FM. So I was doing Rap Activity Jam with Oskido. I was
Legendary show.
Yeah, I did that since 2015 with Oskido, but I was handling hip hop even there. And I did hip hop on TV as well. I produced battle stations on UTV. Remember battle stations? Fred Pack was a presenter. Nadia was a judge.
Fire.
Trilly was one of the judges. And
Oh, yes. Yeah,
Yes.
when was that?
it was around 2013,
Yeah.
2014.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
I was producing that show and I produced UTV. I produced Shizni's and She's Live when it went live. When Shizni's went live for the first time, I was producing that. And I produced 3 seasons of One Mic on SABC One, where Big Zulu was a judge and Pro Kid was a judge.
Yeah.
This year we're about to do season 4 of One Mic for SABC One. So everything I've done, whether it's events or radio or TV, it's always been about hip hop.
Can we just make some noise for the stripes?
bro. Like,
Yo, so I need to put a bit more respect in my tone when I speak. When I speak to you, I need to have more of
kids
it.
too, because the kids,
Kids
they
don't know.
say anything. They don't know, really. Like,
No, you see, an OG doesn't take out a little Uzi for a young boy if he thinks he's a young thug.
That's a bar. That's a
Yes,
bar.
we can. Let's go. Yo,
And OG doesn't
yeah.
take out a
Because
little
they be
Uzi
saying a lot on
For
the
a young boy.
for a young boy.
Who thinks he's
if he
young
thinks
thug.
he's a young thug.
Yeah.
I like that.
Because they be saying a lot on the net.
Yeah,
and you can
they
tell
don't know the half. They don't know the half. Yeah.
You know? They don't know the story.
Because whatever we do, we don't beef with rappers. None of that. When KO was big with Karakara in 2014, him and Hip Hop Scholar, they were like, no, we're boycotting the awards.
Yeah, I remember when they boycotted the.
We're like, fine. When they decide to come back, we welcome them back. Kenan boycotted Back to the City, boycotted the awards, came back the following year.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have issues. It's like
hip-hop.
Like that's how you feel. Fine. Aries pulled out of
last year,
the
right?
Sahas. Yeah. Like,
what was that all about? I mean, everybody was
like,
shocked.
it was yeah. People who always shout at us, but we never talk to artists directly. We talk to management. You know,
Okay.
if your manager didn't say shit to you, like, okay, cool, I'm submitting, here's the material. And you as an artist don't know. And then you go like on Twitter, like, hey, I didn't submit. I don't know why they, like, talk to your man. Talk to your man. You know, we didn't talk to you. You know, so
it's a management
that's
thing.
usually a problem. We talk to teams. We approach your team, you know, not you directly. And then, but you be the first one to go on Twitter,
Twitter,
online,
yeah,
and
social media.
say all these things to us.
Yeah, having done so much production behind the scenes and a foundation of hip hop, I'm sure dealing with artists like is just like
It's crazy, but we used to it, you know, because we come from a place where Pitch Black Afro is the biggest hip hop artist in the country.
Facts.
You know,
Facts.
like, no, I can't perform for that amount. You know, fast forward like 10 years later, he's the one calling, begging to perform.
That's a crazy.
Tables turn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you big, like you're on top of the game, we'll let you be.
Let you do your thing.
We'll
like,
let you do your thing.
Yeah.
But like, we're not going anywhere. Unless we die.
You've had the last laugh a couple times with niggas, man.
Couple of times, man. Couple of times.
That's fine.
Yeah. But like we don't do anything to spite people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just here for
You
the
just keep it
culture.
going.
We're just here for the culture.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that. I respect that a lot, actually. Like, especially as someone who has just stepped in to now do something for the culture and just realizing, like, how much you have to deal with. For me, already, just the little Twitter shit already for me feels like,
Yeah.
why do I have to deal with this when
You're
I'm
doing
actually
something
out
great.
here,
Keeping conversations going, you know?
like, the
Like-
culture gets to live
You know what I mean?
off this. Like,
And with me, it's even worse because you have 12 niggas in the team, but I'm the spokesperson. I'm the one who does the interviews on radio and TV, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
fuck Rashid and his awards.
You the
oh,
face.
it's my
You're the one
awards
who
now.
gets all the
yeah,
shit,
yeah. I catch a
You
lot
the
of smoke.
face.
Yeah. But because they don't know other niggas. Yeah.
You're clearly, though, very solidified because even the rap activity jam thing means that Oskido also picked you up and said, okay, I'm putting my name on this. Come help me out with this hip hop
Yeah, he
shit.
did that. Oskido did that. When I joined Metro FM, for the whole year, I was getting paid from Oskido's contract, from a pocket. You know, he
Oh.
was paying me himself. Until the other day we were called in the office. Me and Oskido, they called us for a meeting. Like, what's happening here? We hear you on radio every Saturday, but we don't know you. so I was like,
Crazy.
yeah, and that's not allowed. So I wanted to put my head on the block and save Oskido, you know. If they fire me, fine, but Oskido. So I was like, yo, me, I do Back to the City, I do SA Hip Hop Awards, I produce She's Live. I'm an editor of I Speak Hip Hop magazine. Oh, I didn't mention that.
I Speak Hip-
Yeah, I'm an editor of I Speak Hip Hop magazine. So Oskido needs me for the rap activity because I know all the rappers. That's why I'm here. You know? So they were like, no, that's not allowed. You can't be on air without any contract, blah, blah, blah. Like, fortunately, we like your work. So here's your contract.
Fire.
Yeah, they gave me a contract on the spot. Like, from now on, Oskido is not your boss. But
Metro is your
yeah,
boss.
Yeah, but your colleague. Yeah.
Fire.
So from then, I started like
officially
getting paid by SABC
by SABC.
officially. Yeah.
Wow.
That's fire. Shout out
Shout
to
out to
Oskido.
Oskido.
Yeah.
Oskido
I was about to
is
ask
a
for us to clap,
real
bro.
Oskido is a
OG,
real G.
yeah.
Shout out
Because
to him,
whenever they were like your Durban July trips, your Metro FM heat wave, and I'm not contracted with Oskido would book me a flight, book me accommodation, take me to Durban, take me to wherever we were going with Metro
Yeah.
FM. You know, he even at some point took me to Zimbabwe for homecoming. There's a festival he used to do there every December. He took me there. I was not doing anything, just to be there, to
Just
chill.
to be
yeah.
there with him.
Yeah.
And it's hard
That's
to find
fire.
people like that in the game,
He's a
bruh.
real OG.
He's a real
He's
OG.
a real life OG. Yeah. I've definitely heard some very dope Oskido stories. Obviously from Pori also, because he's
Yeah,
also
yeah.
Pori's OG.
Yeah.
So that's
Nah,
fire.
he's dope. That full circle of me going to rap activity, jam, when Oskido was hosting it at YFM, and then to me becoming Oskido's co-host of rap activity
Rap
jam on Metro FM.
yeah.
But it happened like a few times because when I was like 16, I went to Jam Alley You know?
Hey, you've done
Yeah,
everything.
I went to Jam early there when I was 16, freestyling. And then when I went for She's Niz interview at Red Pepper,
Yeah.
the same woman who was auditioning me for Jam early was the same woman who was interviewing me for a job at Red Pepper, because it's the same production company.
Yeah.
You know?
Fire. Yo, so your footprints are all over this rap shit. Like all the way from the street level to an industry level.
To the industry level, and the industry with the magazines, with radio, with TV, with events, with awards. All
Every
of
form
that,
of
yeah.
media publication
You know.
was on it.
I'm sure you feel fulfilled, like, as a person, like, to have lived and expressed yourself with something you love on that level to this level.
For sure. I said the other day, like, I'm living my dream. And that has nothing to do with being rich. People don't understand.
Preach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People, they're waiting to have a meal before they can live
enjoy their life.
before they can enjoy their life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm fulfilled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely also living my dream right now. People keep asking me why I'm so happy. I'm living my dream. Like, I'm with the lady I love. She just gave birth to a kid. Like, that is a dream on its own.
Yeah.
Like, we be having kids with the wrong people. So having a kid with the right person is a dream.
Yeah.
Amazing. So that's a dream. I've been a rapper for the past 13 years of my life. That's a dream. Like, and now
and you've lived the rap life.
I live like in real
one
life.
of the
Live
hardest
it in real
crews.
life.
Yeah.
Like, I got to go on stage. I have fans. I have rap songs. I have a catalog. You can, like, that's my dream. These are things I dreamt of as a kid.
Yeah.
It's those things are priceless. It's like me going to pick up Pharaoh Monch or Capadonna at the airport, or Talib Kweli, you know. People I was listening to when I was a kid. Now I can book them. I can pick them up, take them to the hotel, give them their riders, bring them bitches. You know what I mean?
Come on now. Let's not forget to bring them bitches. Like,
Trust me,
that's
it's part of the rider.
talk that shit. That's beyond a dream come true, because even when you dream about it, it's not as good as it feels when you actually live it.
Yeah.
Like, when you're actually living it, it's crazier than when you're dreaming about it. Because then the people that made you dream about it are now part of your life.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit, I didn't
crazy.
even imagine that I'd be
doing
it with them.
Yeah. It's
crazy.
With the Keenan thing, for example.
Yeah, get in there.
I had to host his very first Twitter space, bro.
Yeah.
And it was a very important space because it was for a very important single, Lemon's Lemonade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So his first and his last.
I did 2 spaces with him.
Fire.
You know what I mean? So at that moment, I couldn't believe, like, damn, like, this nigga actually, like, I used to bump this guy's music to gain confidence, bro. You know, at
You're
some point,
full on megas.
bruh,
Yeah.
at some point I was like cutting my hair,
Full on magazine.
just like him. And now, you know, and then not only there, but like you put me onto the KO space as well.
Fire.
I did my E, like it was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
So when
Dope shit.
I had a love-hate relationship with Mega. You know, not in a bad way, but like
yeah.
he didn't like me, like how I did things, how I said things, you know. But we were always in the same space because I would travel with Oskiro. Oskiro would travel with DJ Zintle. DJ Zintle would travel with Mega.
Oh, yeah.
So before you know it, we're traveling together.
now.
Yeah. So the last time I saw AKA, he said to me, Rashid, don't start. And then I just moved the opposite direction.
Yeah.
You know, because we would argue with like, yo, bruh, you used to rap. What happened to that? When are you gonna stop this auto-tune shit? You know? So it came from a good place. Like
course,
me, I'm a hardcore hip hop extremist. You know, I love the bars and the raps. Like, okay, this shit is working for you, but give us some
what we
raps
need,
sometimes, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, no, I don't want to talk to you. You know, but we were good. We're
And
good.
also, you represented a huge portion of his fans with
Yeah.
that sentiment.
Yeah.
It's not like, a huge portion of AK's
a lot of
fans
people
did
been-
feel
You
like,
can't tell him that.
did feel like, okay, I mean, dope. You got
Mr.
your hits,
Mr.
doing your
Rap.
thing,
Yeah.
but man, so come on,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, you need somebody to say, like, hey, we miss the old Kanye. You know, your real fans will talk to you like that. Yeah.
okay. And here we are to talk about the culture. So we are clear on the fact that our good sir here is extremely credit worthy for anything we're about to discuss. Yes.
No, facts, bro. What?
Let's start with some good news. There's something I saw that I really liked, that I felt like this is dope.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that it couldn't be a Forbes and Cassper tour, but the
Oh,
Cassper and Nasty
Nasty C.
tour.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big deal to me.
It is.
When I saw that tweet and that video, I personally lost my mind. I don't know.
yeah, man.
Am
like,
I out of pocket? Am I a groupie? What is?
firstly, Cass is one of the like best performers on stage for me.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, I think
Facts.
he brings some crazy energy on stage. And, you know, just to like remembering the co-sign he had given Nasty C in 2016, the Juice Back remix.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he did the Juice Back
He
remix
did the
with
Juice
him,
Back
yeah.
remix with him. And,
Fire.
you know, just thinking about how all of it has come full circle for them to not just have a show in the country, but to tour Africa.
Yeah.
That on its own is freaking huge.
Yeah.
Also, at a very important time for both of these artists because they are both about to release projects.
Yeah.
So it's just giving an energy that I feel is more positive in this hip hop space after the sadness that had like hit us this year. So I was really like hyped about it, and I'm a Nasty C fan, so I'm like, damn, this is gonna be one freaking great experience.
Huge Nasty C fan.
Yeah.
I'm a huge MT fan.
Oh, shout out to the hustler.
I like
The big
that.
hustle.
Big hustle, yeah.
Yeah. But the Cassper Nasty C thing is a good move,
Great move.
and it can work for other artists if they start collaborating with African artists. The other day I was in Uganda, I heard Set a remix. I haven't heard it here in the clubs here,
Yeah.
but I heard it in Uganda. So it's easy to tour Africa if you've done collaborations with African artists.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's why they do those collaborations.
Yeah.
And I think both of them have songs with Davido,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Coolest Kid in Africa, Nasty C's got that.
Yeah. It's got
With
that.
Davido, he's got some with Runtown.
Yeah, and
Runs
Cassper
out,
has a song with Sakodi. Yeah.
So for me, those are all the things that started running through my mind. I'm like, when they get to all these countries, they can have these people
dudes
as
join them.
supporting
Yeah.
acts. And like, I just saw a very successful tour.
Image, yeah.
Like in my head, I was like, oh, these guys are about to go crazy. Like, has this happened before, where two of the biggest artists go on tour together? Have we had this happen before? In this is a first of its kind.
I think so. I can't think of any. Because when artists tour, they will have like 3 or 4 artists that's opening acts, but not a collaborative effort. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's fine. That reminds me of when there was the idea of when it kind of looked like Forbes and Thing were gonna squash their beef with Cassper, and then people, I don't know which stadium he was doing then, and then people were like, "Come on, you guys must together." Like,
Yeah.
even when I thought of that, I was like, if these niggas do this, that's gonna be.
Hey, that's the collabo we missed, bruh.
I hate
You
that
see,
we
you
missed
see, you
that.
see what Big Zulu and Java are doing now.
Oh
You
my
know,
goodness!
If we had that with
Those two,
Cass
man.
and Maga,
That would have
I
been
promise
crazy.
you.
would've-
I can't even
it would've shook
imagine
the
what that
continent.
night would have been like. Just the streets, And
Yeah.
the venue would have been crazy. But I think there's potential for these guys to cause a similar havoc.
I think so. I agree with that,
Like Nasty's catalog, Casper's catalog in one night.
bro.
Crazy.
I think that's a crazy night for hip hop. I think all of hip hop has to like get up and support this. This movement.
Yeah.
Well, at least for the show they're doing here. Hey, in
Yeah.
the other countries they
Now the
got it.
reception was really good. Also, you know, I barely saw hate tweets or hateful comments towards that.
Nah.
Generally, it was so welcomed, like well received, and that just speaks on the excitement that fans have, that up and coming artists have, hoping to, you know, get to open for these two. Because let's just put Nasty C and Cassper together and think about something. These two are really good at curating shows. Nasty C with the Iverson tour. He has done a lot for upcoming artists, bro. Like just allowing them to open up for him, just giving them that stage time. And Cassper would fill up, you know, something very similar.
Oh, yeah. These
So-
are both guys who know how to put on a
They
show.
know how to put on
Yeah.
a show, and they know also how to scout for whoever like is coming up and needs that platform. So I also think that through this joint tour, and specifically the show that's going to happen in South Africa, it's going to be a huge opportunity for, you know, the younger cats coming up.
Yeah.
You know, like that's a guarantee, like from my side.
That's a fire point.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
And yo, before I forget, Back to the City 2023.
Yes.
So the theme is 50 years of hip hop. So we wanted to do like every era. And then one of the eras we wanted to bring Cash Time Fam without tear gas, just you, AB Crazy, and Kid X.
Yeah.
So I called Kid X.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I'm game, but we'll have to get a green light from the big homie KO.
Yeah.
Then I knew it's not gonna happen because last year we wanted to do a tear gas
gas.
reunion
Yeah.
and it didn't happen, you know, because of their internal politics.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, but with this one, you still have a chance. Go talk to KO and because Kid X told me like, yo, the name Cash Time Fam.
Yeah.
You have to talk to KO.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
Now, if you guys have me, it's gonna be.
Are you gonna hop on stage as Smashes or Zinga?
I'll have to bring out the smashes.
You're gonna
bring
I'll
Smashes
have to
back?
bring out the doggy and all that
Oh
shit.
boy.
That's actually a really dope idea. You guys want to do that for?
We're gonna do it for SA Hip Hop. We're gonna start from the
fire.
POC, the Specs, the
Squatter,
Squatter, Cashless Society.
Josie.
Yeah, we're gonna cover all the eras on our lineup.
Damn.
That's fire.
Yeah, that's a crazy
So
concept.
kids may be shocked, like, who's this now? Who's
Yeah,
this
yeah,
now?
yeah, yeah.
Because it's gonna be like the history of SA Hip Hop from the beginning to now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Displayed on a stage.
That's super fire. You just thinking about that and just thinking about that day, I'm like, we're going to steal that fight of slots. The fight of
Hey.
slots and who you put where.
Yeah, and we're very strict. You know, like 10 minutes late, you missed the show.
Yeah.
You know, that's why Blackie didn't perform last year and it was tweeting trash. Back to the city, Amasimba.
Oh, I saw
You know,
that. I saw
yes,
that. I
yes.
saw that.
It was like,
What
MT,
happened? I didn't know what happened.
MT didn't perform. My favorite artist, he didn't perform because like we don't play that game. Like if we say you at 7:15, you must
have
be
to
up on
jump on,
stage.
yeah.
Yeah. And if you're playing games on stage, ask Cassper. We switch off the sound. If your time is up, we switch off your sound.
Oh.
So we don't play like that because at 12 o'clock, the JMPD, they're gonna
they're gonna go crazy.
So
Yeah.
we
Problem.
don't. So we don't fuck around when it comes to time.
Yeah, and also the decisions of bana bangene mini and
If you have a problem, you can talk to us.
yeah.
The other time, Cassper performed at 5 p.m. because he was going to another show.
Yeah.
It's cool. Let us know so we can like move things around.
Yeah, but I mean, just people who you actually slot like early, and then they might feel like, oh, like what is
Nah,
this?
never that. By 2 o'clock, it's already packed. Any time is like prime time.
Yeah, because Back to the City is like a festival.
Yeah, it's a
Yes.
festival.
Yeah.
Anytime is prime time.
Yeah. Okay, that's fire.
Shout out.
Cool. Thank you for. I'll talk to.
Talk to the big
I'll
homie.
talk to the big homie. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna get it done. I think that's a fire idea.
Nah, for sure.
What else is on fire about our culture besides that tour? I just wanted to start with that because I feel
Yeah.
like that's the biggest deal. That's something to look forward to. Is there dates for that tour?
I haven't
No
seen
dates,
dates.
no,
Yeah,
they
no
just-
dates yet. No,
They
no,
just
They
said-
just posted the countries
Yeah.
they're gonna be
Also,
touring.
they baiting the.
no. You know what I'm saying?
They baiting the sponsors.
Yeah.
creating the
Okay,
right
no,
excitement
fire.
and
I think that's also big money. Like
Yeah, it is.
for sure.
that's big money.
Yeah,
It is.
And let's remember the two are almost like, well, in Africa they both under Def Jam, kind of like. So I'm pretty sure like
Okay,
big
okay,
partners
okay,
Yeah,
are,
it's
okay.
a Def Jam situation. Yeah,
so
Def
big
Jam
partners.
Africa.
Yeah, they're gonna make that happen for them, like quite nice.
That's guys. Himoti the boy is ready to. If you need anything,
Shout out.
Yo,
if you need
so
anything, yes.
you wanted to talk about like
About
the
the
decline of hip hop globally. Yeah.
because I saw Bill. I think it was Billboard that came out to say that for the first time in 30 years,
Mm-hmm.
by June, we have not had a hip hop or rap album at number one, and even the GOATs KO had something to say about it on Twitter to say, "Yo, this is a sign that you need to know how to adapt to situations like these." You know, so. I was more interested in because I was researching on it,
Yeah.
and somebody actually used Google Trends, you
Yeah.
know, to get the stats. They were searching how popular the search rap is, you know. So they used the time period of from 2004 till March 2023.
Yeah.
And what Google Trends does for you is that it gives you a number, like a scale from 0 to 100. So it gives you like, you know, those numbers.
Yeah.
And you're going to see that on the graph. And it hit its lowest low in March 2023. That was under 25.
Yeah.
Meaning that
Crazy.
there are hardly, you know, people searching as much as they used to. That's showing probably a decline in that in like the interest. And that's, I think it seems to reflect on the charts globally. And I was also very interested in finding out how we in South Africa, like as the industry, would be affected by that financially. You know, let's start there rather. Because, yo.
It will affect us like financially because if you check labels like Sony, Universal, Warner Brothers,
Yeah.
their money comes from the mother company in the States. And if they're not making money, they're not going to have a budget for us
these
here,
guys, yeah.
for South African artists that they signed, you know.
Yeah.
So it is a chain reaction. I saw that it hasn't happened since 1993. Before Snoop dropped his first album, Doggy Style, and the Wu-Tang dropped their first album, Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers, you know, it was the same situation. So what I'm hoping is maybe this year we get the equivalent of the Snoop Dogg and the Wu-Tang that are going to change the game and change the situation and change the Billboard charts, you know. So I saw the projection that Young Thug is dropping and he's expected to.
Because
He's
when
gonna end up at number 2 also.
yeah, because when the news initially came out,
Yeah.
they were expecting him to sell about 115 for the first week.
Yeah.
And then that number declined to 87K.
87 now.
So I don't know what had happened there.
But another problem is when the artists like Drake are now considered as pop,
Yeah.
you know. So it takes away from hip hop.
From hip hop. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because coming to think
Okay,
of it,
wait,
who
but
dropped
also
this year?
Drake hasn't dropped.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was about to
He
say.
hasn't
I'm sure
dropped.
he's gonna go number 1, of course.
That could be obvious.
Yeah.
But so just an indication, right? And this is something that has been said. Artists like Drake with the House project that they had dropped.
Yeah.
Experimenting into like different genres as well.
Yeah.
That also may have been a signal that, yo, you know, the sound itself is definitely moving somewhere else.
It's moving away. So for me,
Yeah.
that's what I wanted us to discuss is the fact that I don't think it's the fault of anything like per se. I feel like rap is just losing its grip on the audience. Rap has been the biggest, hip hop has been the biggest genre in music for
A long
The
time.
longest time, yeah.
for a long time now. And I just feel like it's at a point, but also what we've done with rap now, where rap is at a very bad place. It has been coming to this place for like maybe the past 10 years. From maybe the inception of mumble rap, then
Okay.
it started
We remember that.
started becoming
The
like,
chats,
okay, this
which
thing
one is
now
this?
is starting to become like,
Yeah.
and it's only become more and more mumble and more offbeat, more and more, less and less serious, less
Yeah.
and less musical, and it's just, and I
Yeah.
think the audience is just getting to a place where
Starting
it's
to
just like,
disconnect.
it's
I
just
saw a
like,
tweet
what are we doing with
from
this?
Rashid actually. I think he was commenting on the XXL
Freshman, yeah.
list.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, I don't even know anybody on this list. Like,
You know?
You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's like people
yeah.
are not even making impactful
Yeah,
music.
they're not. Remember the freshmen where you knew everyone, where you knew Big Sean, J. Cole, Kendrick,
Yeah.
came out the same year,
Yeah.
Wale. You know, I was checking the freshmen for 2023. I don't even know one nigga there.
Yeah.
It's like 12, 15 of them.
I haven't even seen it. The fact that those names are still the last, like, heavy hitter names
Yeah.
that we've had in hip hop that have, like, okay, yes, like, oh, Lil Uzi, they've got like fan bases that go crazy and all that, but
They're not game
They're not-
changers.
yeah,
they're not game changers. I was saying, like, look at any list. At any list, there's no little something. If you check the top 10 or top 20, you still find the Nas, you still find the
Yeah.
Tupac,
Slim Shady.
You know what I mean. And the most grossing tour this year is Kendrick Lamar, and he's not a mumble rapper.
yeah, of course, yeah.
And he's not a mumble rapper.
Which is why I'm saying, of course, there's all Lil Uzi and that, but they're not staples the way you
Yeah.
think they are. Like the shit you see on the net and all that, those things
Album
don't
of the year,
translate.
Kendrick at the BETs.
And people were shitting on that album. How do you feel about that album, by the way?
Me?
Yes, you
Yo,
also.
dog.
You also.
Yeah, no, I was vibing to that album. Like,
I love that album.
Yeah,
I
I like,
thought that was
you
fire.
know, I liked it, you know, but I don't think it's his best. That's just what I have to
It
say.
doesn't have to be
Yeah,
the
but I
best.
like-
I think other albums, like other artists, they grow and they rap about where they at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
happens.
it's like Jay-Z's 444.
Fofo, yeah.
Yeah.
It's no little kid will understand that album.
Yeah, for them it's whack.
Like, what
Yeah,
is this
for
guy
them it's
talking
like,
about?
no, Jay-Z. But he's dropping jewels there. Like mad education.
Like $1 million worth of jewels.
You know what I mean? So I'm saying, like, some of the albums, it's about, like, look at Kendrick. Kendrick is like, what, 36, 37?
Yeah, I think it's about 36.
Yeah. He can't be talking about stupid shit he was talking about when he was 21.
He can't be. Like,
Yeah.
Jay-Z can't be talking about being on the
You
street
know, on
corner.
the streets, yeah. Moving.
Slinging
product.
rocks.
that's not where he's at
Yeah.
anymore.
You
He's a
grow as
married
a
man.
human. You grow as a human.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you
so-
need grown human music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
Yeah.
Just sorry to cut you off, but like for the viewers' sake, just to bring it back into the culture this side. So the reason why we've been chopping up what's happening globally is because, like Rashid said, it is definitely gonna affect us this side, you know.
Yeah.
And I think it's easy to also see just on charts that we rely on to find out if hip hop is still shaking the streets. For example, the Apple Music charts. Like, it's so freaking hard for a hip hop or rap record to touch number one
Climb here is
comfortably.
tough. It's
You know,
tough.
in an age where we already know that there's another genre that has taken off and it's taken off real quick.
Yeah.
So when I saw that, I was actually kind of worried. And a second question, probably just under that topic, would be, surely hip hop is not dying because the culture is still there, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm not speaking from a genre perspective.
Yeah.
But the culture we can see from the piano guys, how they dress and all of that stuff. But do you think, or would you say, it's rather just shifted from the mainstream to the underground again, where people are just having fun with it and people still love it? It's just not really...
I think what I think here in South Africa, we don't have enough hip-hop activists in strategic positions. You know?
Fire.
At some point, some other time, I once said, like 90% of the music compilers on radio are house DJs.
Yeah, facts. That's
What
a
do you
fact.
expect them to do for hip-hop? You know what I mean? YFM right now is playing 10% hip-hop. It's not helping us. They're not there on the ground. They don't understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to the CD numbers increase like every year. They go up. We cannot look at the numbers and say hip-hop is declining. It may be declining on the charts, on radio, because we have gatekeepers everywhere who have certain interests. But on the ground, where hip-hop is happening, when we do this thing, more people come through.
People still love hip-hop.
Yeah.
People are
for
still
sure.
living
People are still
hip-hop.
living
Hip-hop is
till
still
this
in
day.
our live culture.
You know what I mean?
What KO, I remember when he posted that thing was, because I want us to also talk about it from an artist perspective, because the artists also watch this show. Are people in trouble? Are they going to have to think, I'm okay, I made dollar.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I heard the exclusive.
so
He's nice.
clearly I'll be alright.
Yeah.
Should the rap and strictly rap niggas be worried because of the decline? Because this is happening internationally.
Yeah.
It's like, for instance, okay, Sosh Plata has been the biggest hip hop song this year. Thus far. That's fair to say, man.
Yeah.
Was it number one anywhere?
I think the highest point it touched was number 2 on Apple Music charts. I'm not sure about the radio
In
monitor.
radio?
No, I don't think it touched number 1
I didn't see it
on radio monitor. No, please forgive me if
So
I'm wrong.
what
And
is-
I don't see it. Sosh Plata, Kispitori. I don't see it like on high rotation on Ukozi FM or Mhlobo NM or an Nguni station, you know,
Yeah.
which might have affected the charts on radio monitor.
Of course.
Yeah.
But what was
Damn.
dope though was, sorry to cut you off though.
Yeah.
What was dope about the Sosh
You're
Plata
part
thing?
of the show, sir.
No,
You can
'cause-
speak whenever you
I
like.
want to apologize.
I feel as if you were going in. There's this artist from KZN. I don't know if Beast, yeah.
Yeah.
He hopped on it, but he killed it. But the funny thing was, some people were like, nah, nigga, you know, you messing it up. That Sosh Plata sounds weak, bro. What are you doing? You know? So it has infiltrated the right spaces of the culture within the streets.
Yeah.
Definitely not mainstream. And it has pushed people to actually try jumping on it. Nasty C spoke about, yo, should I make a Sosh Plata C mix, for example? Which is a dope thing, but you are right, bro.
And we had Latinova last year at the SA Hip Hop Awards Cypher. Before even this song, you know.
Yeah.
You know why? Because we're on the streets. We know what's happening.
Yeah.
You know, we're not going to wait for Sosh Plata before
blow up before you actually get to the guy.
That's fire.
Yeah.
So what are we saying about the artists and this decline and what that means about the sound for SA? Like, because obviously if you are in this business as an artist, you are in it to succeed.
Yeah.
The reason I understand that tweet from KO, because him and I have those types of conversations.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're a musician, you make music to be successful at making it.
Yeah.
So if hip-hop music is not succeeding right now, what does that mean for hip-hop artists in SA? And in SA, it's even worse because piano has long disrupted the hip-hop movement. So hip-hop here was already... Hip-hop is trying to...
It's trying to go back up.
Yeah. I think a lot of South African hip-hop artists can't read the room, you know?
That is fine. That's true.
You know what I mean? Why you be messing with Atlanta sound in South Africa? Our culture is different.
Talk that shit, yes.
You know what I'm saying? you can integrate or interpolate lock drum into your hip hop.
Yes.
You know. But
You can
we're
Nkabi
failing.
it also, the Nkabi shit is going
Yeah,
crazy.
the Nkabi shit,
It's
Ushun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the sound that people are fucking with.
Yeah,
Even Sosh Plata itself.
Even Sosh Plata.
Yeah,
but like we're not reading the room. We're chasing the young thugs in them.
So, yeah, because with Sosh Plata, I'm not saying it's got the log drum, but just who relates to it, who understands it. It's the people,
Yeah.
you know, from Pretoria because of that specific language. You understand what I
Yeah.
mean? Yo, this makes it hard. How's
Another
Nasty C
thing-
doing it though? Because he's still up, you know. he's still
Another
up
thing
there.
we don't speak about enough here in SA, because sometimes people want to model something that didn't really peak. Like, is the Sosh Plata, like I love Sosh Plata, of course. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
the one who brought it up as the biggest
Yeah,
song in hip hop. But it's like, is that a good measure to use for somebody from outside of, okay, it's done well for him, but for somebody else, is it a good idea to look at Sosh Plata and say, that's the type shit I should be making to be able to go crazy right now?
You know what they say? They say one-eyed man is the king in the land of the blind.
Oh, yeah.
Bars.
So that means we have nothing but Sosh Plata to look up to. You know, the other years, if you have a hit, it's a hit across all genres. You had your Ngutu, that
Yeah.
Yes,
like the song of the
exactly.
year across the board. You had
Roll
your
Up.
Karakara, your Dog Shebeleza. You know, not a hit for a certain group of
Not
people.
a niche hit.
Yeah, not a niche hit.
Nice
You know,
way to
Because
put
that's
it.
exactly
so we
what
don't have as hip hop, as SA hip hop, we don't have a crossover hit nationally.
When was the last time we actually had one?
That's exactly where my question
The last
came
time we
from.
had it was Malening, Big Zulu, Ricky
Oh,
Rick,
okay.
Ntaba
That's
Setupa.
2020?
2020.
Yo.
No, but
That was the last time we had like a crossover hit.
We had Lemonade and Seke.
But I was fighting with them niggas about that.
No, but
'cause-
those are crossover SA hip
Yeah.
hop hits. We had Lemonade
cool.
Yeah.
and
So everyone in
I
the room
agree.
says
I
it's
agree.
hip-hop.
Set it.
Seke and Lemonade.
Yeah.
Crossover
Lemonade
SA
and
hip
hip-hop.
hop.
Yeah.
The thing is, what you guys say about
The sound, I guess.
the sound of that
Yeah.
could also apply to what was it?
Malening.
Malening. Yeah,
Malening,
because
yeah.
that's not
That's not that
thing
hip hop,
is,
hip
You
hop.
can't, you can't limit hip hop
into the sonics.
Yeah, and you can't restrict it because
Yeah.
hip hop originated from disco funk. Why can't it originate
Exactly.
from Afrobeat or Mapiano?
Exactly. Also,
You know-
hip hop is the culture. It's the
Yeah.
spirit of the music.
That's what the
It's
OG
not
told me. It's
necessarily
not
the
necessarily the
backdrop
sound.
and
Yeah.
the sonics of the.
And
so
the
those are hip
most
hop
important
records.
thing, look at who does it.
Exactly.
You know, you can't discard Bosso Kimang and
Okay.
say, "Aye, that's not hip hop."
Yes.
But now the reason...
You know, does because like hip hop artists, nobody complains when Busta Rhymes does a reggae song and say, "No, shit is not hip hop." Nobody complains when Jay-Z with Linkin Park do
did that
rock.
But you know,
but with us, like, no, that shit is kwaito. That shit is piano. You know, but hip hop is everything like that you wanna make it to be.
but I don't think I'm fully comfortable with the look at who makes it like chat. I understand it, right? But I'm not fully comfortable with it because was it last year when Drake dropped that House album?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It you know, it wasn't
but it wasn't hip hop.
That is intentionally
That
not
was
hip-hop.
intentional. It's like Cassper saying, "I'm dropping a kwaito album or I'm a piano album." You can't force that into hip hop and say
Just because
you know,
Cassper dropped
yes.
it. Okay.
But if you have one song on a hip hop album,
Yeah.
you're not gonna discard
Discard
that
the
hip hop album and
just
say
because
no
of that
because
one
there's
song.
one song, there's
Yeah.
Bosso Kimangda or there's Mhlobo Wami.
So that thing
no,
is not hip hop. Okay,
you know,
I get
like
it.
hip hop artists will always experiment and go left.
Yo, in that case, shout out to Sete Lemons, you know.
They
I
kept
f-
us.
They
which
kept
is
us, yeah.
That standard, what Rashid just pointed
Yeah.
out, the fact that we don't have a crossover hit. That's why. That's where the question of is Sosh Plata a good measure to look at? Because we as hip hop, that's not our threshold. We are supposed to be able to
Yeah, you
Compete
cross
with the
over
biggest
with
song in the
biggest-
country.
Yeah.
Yes, we should have a song that plays after Mnige.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or okay, not after Mnige, but okay, Mnige, yes.
Hey,
they
my
play
nigga
that.
is huge, bro.
No, they
like it's
no,
so
they play
huge,
that
bro.
at the end of the sets, man.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
last song. So if it's the first hip hop song that plays in the next set, we should have that. And I think the only songs that are still that would probably be a Sete or a Lemonade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most recently. And then the older ones, obviously. Your
So
roll-ups,
hip hop
your-
artists
it's
right
getting
now
tough, man.
making the wrong music. Are you guys, me included, are we making the wrong music?
I think they going through some writer's block or something because music is dropping every Friday, but
But
it's not it. Yeah.
I think the reading the room thing you said is really where the issue is at.
Yeah.
I think a lot of artists are not aware of the room they are in.
Yeah, because this is what's happening in the country and you release this song. Who you dropping it for?
It's the passion, you know. Some people are like, yo, like hip hop must sound a certain way. Like we can't, you know. So a few people are, I don't think they're open-minded enough to sit in studio and say, okay, you know, like you guys are saying, like this is where we at. Let's dabble with this, let's dabble with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people are still stuck on the, yo, bro, rap itself is a form of art. Why is it that just because I'm rapping, people have a problem with it as if it's not art itself?
You must, even though it's art, you must have fun with it.
Yeah.
You know, just because you on a mission, on the conscious tip, it doesn't mean that you don't have to make money. Wu-Tang told us from their first album that cash rules everything around me. Cream.
Yes.
You know, but we
get
didn't
you.
listen.
Dollar bill,
You know,
y'all.
Yo,
money, making money or commercial music, it's not forbidden in hip hop.
yeah.
Even though the underground like looks down upon it, that's why we're here.
The underground is weird. You know.
As a lord of the underground, you are calling your own
Hey,
underground
bro,
out.
I don't know what I am because I go to the hood, you and your commercial niggas, and then I'll go to Sentin, you and your underground niggas. Auntie,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are,
whatever comes, I take it.
yeah, you do the master class, you come on Choppin It. It's,
Yeah, you know what I mean. But like I don't like the underground mentality. I love the underground music. I don't like the underground heads
I respect
mentality.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I respect it.
yeah.
Sticking on this topic, right? Would you say that A&Rs hired by these labels are not really doing justice? Because earlier you tapped into the fact that most radio music compilers are like house heads.
Yeah.
So surely they are not really gonna tap too much into the hip hop stuff. But then you have A&Rs known for hip hop or who are like performing a specific like role to get the next hip hop cats. Like, are they doing a really good enough job? Because I'm thinking,
They're doing an atrocious
People,
job.
They doing
people are
some
thinking.
crap.
People are thinking for their salaries.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
the industry's
Yes.
fucked.
Proverb blocked me because I was like, Proverb has all these platforms, but he ain't doing shit for hip hop, and then he
Damn.
blocked me.
On Twitter.
Yeah, on Twitter.
Did you tag him?
Yeah, like I'm like, bruh, you on iRolls, you on Metro FM, you on this, you on that. What are you doing for the culture? Me, when I get a job at SABC, I'm gonna sneak in some hip hop. I get a job on SABC One, I'm gonna sneak in some hip hop. What are you
fair.
doing for the culture?
That's
He
fair.
blocked me. Yeah,
That's fair.
You
And
know.
that's the culture he came up
that's
with,
a fair
right?
ask, no?
yeah.
That's the culture he came up with.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of what I've noticed, a lot of hip hop heads, they get these corporate jobs.
And they
you have your
switch.
50K a month, and then you're comfortable. You
They're
don't
ready-
give a fuck
they're ready
anymore.
to leave hip hop.
Yeah, you don't give a fuck anymore.
Vultures.
You know, we,
watch your mouth.
Y'all just, yo, OG.
yeah,
Goat.
yeah.
Yeah. I hear
You know what I'm saying? We
That's
had
true.
DJ Slick as A&R at Sony.
Sony, yeah.
We had VG at Universal.
Universal,
But let's put on the table, what did they do for the culture?
Yo, Slick
Okay.
brought in
Slick came with
25K
Yeah.
and rolled
And-
out
and
Peli
Maclera was-
Machiavelli.
yeah.
That I'm proud of.
Yeah.
My nigga did that.
I think Slick
Okay.
did a better job than VG, bro.
Okay.
As
Yeah.
A&Rs,
Slick
Slick
is
been
right
cooking.
now working the Flo Jones. He's doing well with that.
Yeah.
What else he do out there?
He came up also with
Slick is active.
I know Slick is active. He was probably doing that for himself because all these niggas you mentioned are on his mixtape. All these niggas you mentioned are on his mixtape.
But Peli Machiavelli is also
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
and that's a good debut
Yeah,
for
yeah.
25K.
Yeah.
And that's
Very dope
that's a
debut.
good trade exchange.
So
I'm
he
gonna
still
put you on and you're gonna be on my album.
Yes,
So we looking
but
for
he
the
still,
niggas who
he
don't
still
give a
did
damn
well for
about
the
themselves.
culture.
Yeah, he did well. Now let's go to VG.
Yo, dog, what do we say?
VG, I love you.
Oh my goodness. Cash time, what's up? Okay,
Yeah.
yo, I don't
Yeah.
even have much to say about
Because
the
VG
VG
is
level.
UMG, no?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
UMG.
What came out of hip hop? That's hip hop from UMG.
It might be hard to tell, like on VG
'Cause
side, because
Nasty
some
hasn't
music
dropped in a
videos
bit.
have, touched the TV screens because of VG behind the scenes. So, I feel like he's putting in work, but
We
like,
don't have to think about it. It has to be obvious.
Okay, so if there's anything obvious, bro, I got nothing to say, and that's bad
Damn, big
for
homie.
hip hop, right? Like it's really bad.
Yeah,
'cause-
we all gotta do better. I think the whole
Yeah.
culture's gotta do better. Our A&Rs, our artists, our promoters also come on. Cause also at the shows, come on.
Yeah, same lineup all the time. But not only that, my worry is we have the SA Hip Hop Awards, right?
Wait, Maclera's UMG, guys. No?
Yeah, McLaren is now
UMG, no?
Yeah. I think,
That's a good effort.
yeah.
Rashid, yes?
It is.
He's
As small as it is, but it's something.
but it's something,
Yeah.
right? We did something.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's UMG.
Because it's not, I hear you.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Tyson Sabatelli?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard his name.
Yeah, he's Sony, so
I've seen some stuff.
yeah, he's just.
Is he Sony?
Yeah.
Oh,
he
shit.
released his latest single through Sony
Also,
or
he's
distributed.
recently signed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are
shout out to-
congratulating-
What is it?
Yeah.
Slick?
Tyson?
Oh yeah, shout out
Shout
to
out
Tyson.
to Tyson.
But we just
He's rapping it rap. I'm not
No,
sure.
Slick has already left out there. He's
Is he
no
no
longer
longer
there.
there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he's no longer
okay,
there.
cool. So just
But
shout out to
Tyson is rapping it rap.
Tyson is doing his
like
thing, man.
Stogie T type shit.
Like he's doing his thing. Like that's one dude that should win.
fine.
And he's also
We
he
need
was
people
nominated
to
for the
represent
awards
us
last
in the
year.
charts, though.
For sure.
So
We need those.
to round off my point, like I was saying, I'm just worried a bit because imagine how hard it is. Like I can only imagine how hard your job is.
Yeah.
Curating the South African Hip Hop Awards, the only award show that strictly caters for South African hip hop.
Yeah.
And you have A&Rs in these powerful positions that are not meeting you halfway. Then they basically not making your life easier to find the talent to like nominate for these freaking awards.
True.
So I'm interested in, yo, dog, how hard must it be for you and the team to actually sit down and say, okay, for this category, like, for example, a category that's, let's say, remix of the year, maybe.
Yeah.
There's some remixes we don't even know there was a remix, And you guys know exactly, okay, this dropped, that dropped, that dropped. Freshman of the, is it not freshman? Is it freshman?
Freshman.
Yeah, freshman,
of the year. Yeah.
So you don't have the A&Rs really doing so much of a good job for us to even say, hey, yo, Rashid, why did you not nominate that dude? You guys already find them
Thanks.
before.
Yeah.
And I'm giving you your flowers for doing that, but I'm just also just curious to find out, like, what's that process like? Because it seems as if you're not getting support from the right structure.
It's crazy. We don't even rely on anyone anymore. What we do, we check everything that dropped for the past 12 months. Singles, EPs, mixtapes, albums, videos. We do it ourselves before they even submit.
You don't even use those sources.
Yeah, we'll hire interns to do that, like all the albums. And then we call all these people, notify them, like, on this date,
Submissions.
submissions are open, you can submit.
Yeah.
you know, and then before we send it to the vetting committee, we'll get the radio monitor for the past year. We'll get all the charts, the Spotify, the Apple Music, you know, so that
They can properly check.
numbers,
Yeah.
you know. We do that without record labels. You know, we do that without record labels.
Yo.
Fire. Let's talk about. Okay, before we do new music, because I wanted us to touch on some of the new music so that we can just show people love for the efforts that they are putting in. Because now we've just spent like 30 minutes shitting on
This
them.
is real culture, though.
We're not doing enough.
This is informative.
Yeah.
Before we do that, maybe we can do that on our way out.
Aight.
BETs came up. We had a few
So that.
artists that were nominated.
You know, I was going to say South African artists, and then I remembered. I remembered,
Stop that, guys.
damn,
Yes,
bro.
let's also talk. Okay, let's talk about who's nominated.
Okay.
So, Uncle Waffles.
Yeah.
Swaziland. Why are you mentioning other countries?
But, bruh, like...
It's like saying Burna Boy. It's like, why don't you say Burna Boy then?
But that was so unfair on Waffles, though, man. Because
Okay,
it's
wait.
not...
Let's finish the
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, let's finish.
because I do want to talk about the treatment that Waffles is getting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
yeah.
fair. It's
I don't
not fair.
That
appreciate
sucks, bruh.
So KO was nominated.
Shout out to the GOAT.
Shout out to the
Yeah.
GOAT. Back at it again.
Yo, dog.
Yeah.
That's his second
You guys
nomination.
want to play with his name, but he just
Ah,
gonna
shout out
keep
to the
doing
GOAT,
it.
dog.
Shout out to KO.
Pabi Cooper. She
Shout out
was
to Bobby Cooper.
That's
That's my
just
celebrity
them
crush,
three, no?
bruh.
Yo, watch your mouth.
Sorry, bruh. I was just saying.
Watch your mouth.
was just
No,
saying,
that's
dog.
my guys. That's my guys, lady. Come on.
I didn't know.
We're not doing that.
Bruh, like, I'm not tapped in like that. I was just saying, like, you know.
I
like,
feel you. I mean, she's her.
Shout out to her, bruh.
So that's everybody, no?
We
Yeah.
got Pabi, KO,
Waffles and-
Yeah.
Waffles.
So when these nominations came out, obviously, then they come out with Uncle Waffles. It has the Swaziland
level.
tag on there.
Yeah.
SA
goes
goes
crazy.
still going crazy.
Till this day.
They
Yeah.
celebrated her not
That-
winning.
Not
Bruh.
winning.
Like-
That's fucked up.
Yo,
Let's speak on that.
okay. OG, you can.
Your
you can-
people.
Yeah.
I'm saying, up until today, Drake is still from Canada.
Yes, he is.
Even though he released all his albums in America.
Exactly. He's still a Toronto artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't
Still
Uncle
from the
Waffles
six.
be Swati?
So on that point, somebody actually, the lady on Twitter who started this chat and it ended up blowing up, mentioned a similar point. She was like, Drake is from Canada. Rihanna is not from. She's from Barbados.
Barbados.
But these people are never put in that best international act category.
Facts.
Yeah.
And that's why she was like, yo, that means that because they're releasing all of these albums and music through, you know, the American recording system,
Yeah.
they are considered as American.
Yeah.
They're not separated. They're
So
all
do
one.
Are we saying we feel played by Waffles?
So that was her
Not
argument.
just her. Shasha represented Zimbabwe.
Zim, yeah,
Nadia Nakai represented Zimbabwe. You know, there's no music houses there. There's no organization. They don't have equivalent of Samro or Risa. You know, everything is registered here. We understand with the Americans, they have like RIAAA. RIAAA.
Yeah.
You know, that they registered under.
Yeah.
Rihanna is there. Drake is there.
Okay, yeah.
You know, so it's only right for
them to be considered as
American
Okay.
because their music was
It's been pushed, it's
released
funneled through there,
yeah. Under the American channels. So if you under South African, if your music is registered at Samro,
At Samro,
at
yeah.
Risa, recording industry of South Africa,
Yes.
you should represent South Africa.
And I assume Uncle Waffles is registered through Samra, right?
I assume.
Obviously.
So whose fault is it? Why are they making it look as if she chose to put Swaziland there?
Who did that?
It wasn't her.
What does it take for you to
it
do
had
that?
to have come from her, though.
Nah,
it
bro.
has to come from
You
her
think so?
team.
I think it was BET, obviously.
Yeah, but they ask you. They don't do
What
it
do they-
for you.
do
They give you like forms to fill.
Yeah,
But
to
like-
say, yo, where you from? What are you rapping? You feel me? Let us know.
But dog, they probably have like a certain.
No, they don't guess.
So do you
It comes
expect?
from
Do you
your
expect?
Yeah, so-
okay. Do you expect after all these years,
Yeah.
if Gemini Major is nominated, to say Malawi?
No, that's not what I expect.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that if ever Gemini is going to be nominated and it says Malawi, I would know instantly that it wasn't him that said right Malawi. It would probably be the organizers that side that asked, okay, nationality, let's see your passport or which, like your citizenship, and then that's
Nah.
what they used.
It comes
they
from your
didn't-
team.
So your team says,
Yeah, they're not
This
gonna
thing,
put
this thing,
anything
this
on
thing
there
was
that's not
decided.
from
This
your
thing was
team.
decided. It didn't just come.
Yeah, PT
Probably,
make it up themselves.
probably the reason.
sorry, bro.
The
I
reason-
thought that she didn't,
The reason I can think of, these artists always say
Yeah.
Zimbabwe, Swaziland, or whatever. There's no competition there. If they say under South Africa, they look at all the artists that submitted. Probably they wouldn't make it. But if you say Swaziland or Ntatestana, Lesotho, you have no competition there.
Oh.
I
Okay.
think
Yeah.
also
That's
it.
a- that's a-
I think
that's a
also it
valid
may
point.
just come from a personal place of just wanting to represent
Yeah,
where you're
because she's
from.
never
Yeah.
not.
'Cause
She's
she's
never
always been
denied that.
proudly
Yeah, she's always
Swaziland.
been proud. Like
There's 1 million people in Swaziland. There's not much competition, trust me.
I feel you. I feel you.
Hey, bro. I feel you too.
Who gave us
I
new
genuinely
music?
thought.
This
I
one is
genuinely
tough
thought
for
that
me.
Yeah.
she had no say in that. It was just okay. What's your citizenship or nationality? Which passport do you use? And then let's put it there. But if it came from the team, then they knew
Yeah.
what they were doing. And I think I understand the outrage, obviously, because she blew up over here.
Yeah,
So,
so
they
is
feel
it
like,
fair?
bruh. So, but now it started getting
Samro,
bad.
Sampra, Risa, she's
That's
getting all
SA,
her royalties
from
here.
South Africa. But it was kind of sad because there was a day recently she was getting cooked by American Twitter. She was getting bullied.
Yeah, I saw that.
And,
I saw that.
Twitter was like, yeah, let the Swaziland people defend her,
I saw that. Like,
We're going to
guys,
let
I
her
don't
drive.
like this treatment
That
of
sucks though,
Waffles.
man.
Nah, it's not.
I
it's
feel
not.
like, nah, dog.
I
Like,
don't like it.
shout out to
Waffles is a
man. Like,
darling.
She's
She's a nice young lady.
she's doing the most,
Yeah.
yeah,
Leave Waffles alone.
for sure. We tapping into the new music.
Yeah, give us that's you.
Yo, on my side, bro,
That's your
like
captain.
earlier I did mention, okay, so we haven't had a chance to speak about that J Smash single, actually. That features Questa, Tato Sol,
Oh, yeah,
Youngster CPT, The Truth.
That was
What
fire.
you think about that Questa verse, bruh?
Yo, that was fire.
Damn, bro.
That was fire.
I was
Sounded like vintage Quest.
Yeah, he sounded
they
like
brought him back.
he was reminding niggas,
Niggas.
like, yo, I still
Yo.
got it. This is the quest that you
Yeah,
fell in love
Stop
with.
playing.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
got a record with Tato, who is known for killing niggas.
He gets first verse on that
He
too.
got the first verse.
By the way, you guys must know that if you get first verse,
That
that
means we
means
trust you.
that's an opening verse. Like that
Yeah.
means this is a trusted
Like, if
verse
it's whack,
to
I
start
skip the
the song. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's whack, I'm gonna skip the
He
song.
keeps getting opening
Yeah.
verses.
Youngster
I just wanna
CPT,
put that out
obviously. That Questa verse was crazy.
No,
So that
Youngster
record-
went crazy too. His verse fire. Was there Flo Jones?
Flo Jones
there?
on the hook.
On the hook,
Yeah,
man.
Tato, you
Fire.
telling the truth, man.
I like that.
Flo, shout out to Flo.
Yeah, he's
I
in
hope
his
they
bag.
they
He's in his
push that
bag.
track.
Yeah.
But how far with the conversation that we had? How far can you really push a real hip hop song right
It
now?
depends on the budget. Everything is paid for.
Yeah.
Yes,
Everything
I
is
feel
paid
you.
for.
Including the payola, no?
Payola game is real.
Don't touch that one.
You gotta respect it.
Yeah,
Gotta play the game.
yeah.
Come on, guys.
Okay, cool.
Payola budget.
So that's the J Smash level.
Yeah.
He dropped The Truth. It features
Fire
Tato
record.
Sol, Youngster CPT, and the GOAT. Questa's
Yeah.
a GOAT.
Yeah, he is.
The
he
GOAT
is.
Questa.
Yes.
That was dope. And then earlier we touched on It Worked by Tyson Sabatelli, bro. Like,
Oh yeah, that's dope. He
Yeah.
got
yo,
a dope response for that.
Yeah,
I saw
he had a
that.
dope response. I really vibed with it because I was saying it sounds prophetic in the sense that wherever you are, when you just start like saying the chorus, it speaks to you like, damn, it worked. Like
Yeah.
I figured it
Fire.
out. So whether you in school, whether you you're studying some hectic stuff. You don't really need to be a rapper, but just repeating on that just makes you feel like, yo, this ish is gonna work. Like, we figured it out.
That's dope.
So
I saw him post something from a show he did, and people were vibing with him at the show. Going crazy.
I like Tyson.
I like him.
He's
I like
one of the
his
kids
energy.
that I hope they make it.
Yeah.
He was nominated last year, right?
Yeah, best lyricist.
Best lyricist.
How do we
right
make those? How do we make those spaces for these types of like
music? Right?
Because like you sit in an OG position and you've done a lot, so I shouldn't even be asking you. Maybe I should ask myself. Like, how do we make room and provision for artists like that, where we feel like this nigga deserves to make it? And like, how do we make sure that, okay, we do at least our part to say, yo, I guess we make platforms like these, no?
This is what the party is for.
What we do at Back to the City, we have a slot called Power Hour between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. We put 4 artists, 15 minutes each, that we think they deserve to blow up. That's the most prime slot at Back to the City.
That's fine.
Between 6 and 7.
I like that. That's
You're
fine.
putting them on.
We take these artists and we
literally
throw them in there. Yeah.
Fire. I like that.
Shout out.
What else you got?
We got Nasty C. He actually something dropped at midnight.
Oh yeah, No More.
Yeah, I think
jammed
that's
that
gonna be
earlier today. Nice
You vibing
record.
with it?
Yeah,
I'm
it's a nice
vibing with it,
record.
man.
It's a nice record. I understand what he's doing. That's him on his international
He's in
man
his
shit.
bag.
Yeah, no, he's killed this international. I've been checking his like radio freestyles around the world.
Fire.
He's been killing that shit.
Yeah, I'm jamming the Fire in the Booth because he just did a part 2 of the Fire in the Booth. That's fire. I was scrolling through.
And you saw it.
I was like, oh shit, and he killed that.
Like, so right now we're gonna put that whole he pulled his phone out debate. Like, we're gonna drop that, right? We don't really give a damn about. Oh, is it still a thing? Because we are with the OG. Rashid K, who he came up off of hip hop, like he's strict, like things and battle rap even. So you can imagine, like you probably judging these cats on another level. Like,
let my young live.
Does it bother you or is it?
Nah, it doesn't. It doesn't. I've like learned to adapt.
I like that, OG.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, so
I like that.
Yeah.
It's judge as you go. Like
yeah.
I judge 2023 for 2023. I'm not gonna compare 2023
with
to 2010.
Yeah.
You know, so that's our role with it.
Uh-huh.
I like that, OG.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Fuck that old shit.
Shout out to Nasty C.
Also, Nasty
Fuck
gets
them
a
old
pass.
heads.
Yeah,
Shout out
Nasty
to
gets
Nasty,
a pass.
man.
He's put in great work.
Yeah,
And he's
man.
still putting in great work, and he's got the flag on his back.
Yeah.
We don't talk
We wanna see him.
disrespectfully on that.
We're trying to see him at Back to the City this year.
Yo, hopefully.
Please, come on. We need that.
What you think
Nasty's
about-
been outside lately. So I hope he comes to the Back to
hopefully
the
he's
City.
gonna come out. I saw him at Street Fest. Shout out to Not Benjamin, bro.
Yeah, he
I
did the
keep
Not
giving
Benjamin
that
show.
nigga his
That's
flowers,
Street Fest,
bro.
no?
Yeah, that was Street
Yeah, he
Fest.
did
He
that.
Not Benjamin. Not Benjamin. I think he's on the Power Hour.
Bro, Not Benjamin is killing, bro. Like,
Fire.
and he's doing all of this like with limited resources, bro.
And limited
So I can
support.
only imagine what he's gonna do when
Fire.
people finally help him out.
Yeah.
Not to say he
He's
needs
gonna go
it,
crazy.
but he will go crazy. You know.
Were you
like,
going to Hot Property?
I was going into Hot Property by
Hey,
Touchline too.
Touchline,
bruh.
Touchline.
Yo, damn, dog.
Stop it, guys.
Dog. What? Nah, Touch is special, bro.
Yeah, hella.
Touch is one special ass nigga, dog.
Hella.
This is like, it's actually a blessing, you know?
Yeah.
Having artists like him still in this time, in this generation,
Yes, sir.
doing it on that level and still being like so humble, like, you know, like.
Touch. He's my boy. You know, Tembisa, 1630. He's a dope lyricist, but musically, I think he's like too stuck in that grief rap. Like he likes to complain a lot, embrace poverty. We wanna have fun. You know, that Amasi track was dope. And that joint he did with KO,
Was dope.
Abafana
yeah.
Bahot.
Abafana Bahot.
Yeah.
He needs to give us a lot of that. Not
Vibey
that,
stuff.
hey, I'm from a shack, I was suffering, hey, my mom is poor. No, we don't want to hear grief.
We wanna
He
celebrate.
does that a lot. He does that a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I don't mind that, but
You just
don't let it define you.
Yeah, give
Yeah.
us something different.
Yeah, give us some music.
Yeah.
Some
You know what's
Some
good
good
music
music,
about
some
this
happy
moment, bro?
music, yeah.
You know I was giggling a bit?
Yeah.
Because I have to take it back to the SA Hip Hop Awards and a Tyson freestyle. He was like, shout out Touchline, you should have been nominated. He was referencing the SA Hip Hop Awards.
Yeah.
He was not nominated for Lyricist of the Year, I think.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Yeah, and we have you out here to break
actually,
it down. Like, what
actually,
happened,
was
bro?
that? What was that?
Which one is this, bro?
And that's the first thing you said about him. He's a
Yeah.
dope lyricist.
Yeah, he's a dope lyricist.
Yeah.
Probably he was number 6 and we wanted 5 lyricists.
He can't be number 6 though.
Who did we have in there? So we had Aries.
We had Aries.
Tyson.
Oh no,
Ugly.
Aries pulled out.
Okay.
We had Ginger.
Yes.
We had
Pretty
Pretty
ugly.
Ugly.
Pretty ugly won it.
Yeah, Pretty
Yeah.
Ugly won it.
Okay.
We had P.O.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a solid list.
We had Landmark.
Okay.
Who?
Landmark.
Who?
Landmark. Google him, motherfucker.
I'm just
Landmark. So let me explain this.
Yeah.
Lyricist of the Year
Yeah.
has nothing to do with
With the popularity.
popularity or commercialism.
Okay.
It has to
Landmark
do.
is a better rapper than Touchline. Whoever Landmark is,
Google him.
I will. Sorry, Landmark, if I'm putting no respect on the name. My bad.
So what I'm saying is, Lyricist of the Year doesn't look at anything else but lyrics, your pen game,
I like
your
that.
your poetic elements. Like,
I like that.
yeah,
That's fair.
you could be having 10 followers.
Yeah.
If you're going crazy,
If you're going crazy with the pen game,
you're a lyricist of the
you're
year.
a lyricist
Yeah.
of the year.
I like
you
that.
know,
I like that.
Yeah, it's
I like that.
That's one category
Yeah.
that all these popular niggas have never been nominated.
Yeah.
We've never had Cassper as lyricist of the year. We've never had Mega as lyricist of the year.
Yeah.
You know, because
Okay.
it's not about popularity.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
just
It's about your
the
pen
Oh, it's
game.
not like the hottest MCs.
Nah,
It's
it's
not about MCing.
yeah,
It's about the pen game.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
That's what happened, I guess.
yeah, that's how
But you
Touchline
guys
was left out.
considered him though.
Yeah?
At least. You guys considered him at least though,
Yeah,
right?
he said he was what, number 6?
We go through everything, and then you compare AKA and Landmark. Nobody knows Landmark, but he's killing this nigga lyrically.
Okay. We're gonna Google you, Landmark.
Yo.
You better shout out
Landmark
for
with a
put-
Q.
Shout out
Landmark with a Q.
All right.
We're
We'll
gonna
check him out.
Google that,
Yeah.
And then probably to wrap up the music drops, because there's been a lot of like time.
Zakwe,
Okay, so I didn't check the Zakwe out.
Zakwe dropped Tiklowami with Big Zulu and Zola
Zola.
7
Oh, damn, okay.
and Bongo Riot.
Okay.
I saw the response to that. Has been fire.
Was it lit?
I haven't jammed it.
Okay, that's crazy. I actually
It's
wanted to
not
ask.
lit.
I saw the response. I saw people saying, "Yo, you're doing your thing." Oh, the joint's not lit.
The joint is not lit.
Oh,
Yeah.
or they missed.
It's of course they did. But it's
I respect it.
yeah. It's one of those joints that people are gonna be like sentimental. It's a gospel joint. Tiklowami. It's called Tiklowami. It's one of like Ndikokele type situation.
Okay, I hear you. I hear you,
Yeah.
I hear you.
I think the features there are bad.
Yeah.
Big
They
Zulu
performed bad or bad selection.
no performed bad.
Oh, damn.
They're big names.
Yeah.
Big Zulu and Zola 7. I don't like their verses. I only like Zakwe's verses and Bongo Riot on the hook.
Yeah, Bomber Riot's
Yeah,
always been dope.
they didn't need these niggas verses, but they needed their names.
Okay, yeah, I hear that. I hear that.
You hear that?
Yeah, yeah.
So sometimes artists feature
For the name.
for the name. Like, we don't care about the bars and the delivery. Zola 7 sounded like he was freestyling.
Damn.
You know, dear God, na 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 na, dear God, na 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 na, dear God. Every 2 bars, there's dear God. So, like,
This nigga finishing me, bro.
Don't do the big homie like that, man. That's the goat. But I hear you. I feel
he's still
you,
a
though.
goat
I feel
and my
you, yeah.
elder, but that verse is not it.
Yeah.
You know, Big Zulu was not even rapping. He was doing that Nkabi Zezwe shit.
Yeah.
Ushun singing, you know.
Which is fire, though.
Which is fire, but not
But not on that record.
not on that racket.
It just didn't land.
Zakwe, you could have done that shit alone, dog, with Riot on the hook.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my take on it.
Alright, cool.
Okay,
So
I like that
based off
take.
of that
Yeah.
take,
I
are you
like
gonna
that
check
take.
it out?
Yeah, I'm still
Yeah,
gonna
check
check
it.
it.
It's called
Just to
Tito
confirm that
Just
the
to
big
confirm
homie
the
wasn't
level.
wilding.
Yeah.
He was
I'ma check
spot
it
on.
No, I'm never capping.
So I'd like to put you on to 2 guys speaking on drops, right?
I like that.
There's a MC, proper rapper. You probably heard of him by now. He goes by the name of Novel. Novel. Yeah.
Yes,
He
yes.
actually dropped a banging rap single featuring Tyson. You know, you should check that dude out, bro. Like, when we talking lyricists, when we talking people who are not popular but deserve to be spoken of because of the pen, bro, this guy's been putting in work
Put me on.
forever.
Put me on.
Novel. Like, please check Novel out. Novel. This guy is a solid MC and he's been patient, bro. Like, he's not a young dude. Like,
Yeah.
he's literally, you know, almost 30. So
You put niggas' ages out?
nah, for real. Like, the reason
put niggas'
the reason
age
I'm
out?
saying this,
Like, nigga, we old. You can't be exposing us like
nah,
that.
bruh, like, it's like, nah, he's not a young nigga is what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, compared to the younger cats, you're 21,
We heard
22,
you when you
23
said
Yo,
you
is
wasn't
coming
a
up.
young
You know what I'm saying? So the reason I have to,
Hip hop is not soccer, dog.
Hold
We
on.
don't retire at 30.
the reason I had to say that, dog,
Yeah.
the Novel, the reason I had to say that is just to speak on the patience, bro. This dude still, you know, like, he's still freaking patient about it. I like why you're saying hip hop is not soccer.
Fire.
There's no age to it.
Yeah.
Every time you speak to him, bro, like, he always feels as if, yeah, dog, like, you know, every time I'm just getting better. Like, I'm just improving. I've been putting in work. And I'm just happy that in 2023, finally, the work he's been putting in for all of these years are starting to, you know, it's starting to bear forth like fruit.
worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
never
worked.
never attach
worked.
age to hip hop.
You understand what I'm saying? So,
Jay-Z had the verse of the year last year at age 52.
damn.
Come on now.
Never attach age to hip hop.
Come on, OG.
Yeah.
That's
Spit
game. So Novel, keep going,
So
my
Novel,
nigga. You
check
that
out
dude.
Novel, yes.
And then there's a duo, bro. These cats go by the name of, so one of them is called La Cabra, and the other one is called Lo-Fi.
Guys, we need simpler names also
Bruh.
in hip hop.
These niggas are going off.
Yeah, going crazy.
Yeah.
As a duo, obviously it's not hard rap, MC type level, but it's you know, it's really, it's some funky ish that you would vibe to. And I remember, I think Uncle Party Time, Mash Beats, they had a competition and these 2 cats won that competition.
dope.
So they got an opportunity to get a studio session with Mash Beats.
Dope.
And the rest was history. I see them being
Yeah.
booked. I see them, you know, getting
Okay.
crazy shows. Like, people are really vibing with them. So check these 2 cats out. They got an album out. And sorry, it's actually an EP.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's something that I know, Bhuda, you're gonna vibe with. You know, OG Rashid you'll vibe with.
Yeah.
And yeah, from my side, bro, I think this is where we at with it, man.
For sure. Let me
Yeah.
tell you why we didn't bring you to our team, to be part of our team.
Last year. Oh yeah.
All these years.
All these years.
Because you were
yeah, I was
a
crazy.
legacy.
He's too much magazine, eh?
Yeah.
I saw
We're like-
every
we're
time
like-
I said it's the magazine you kept.
Yeah.
Money.
We're like, no.
Yeah.
Because we want like
somebody that's not biased.
younger
No
people to bring in, and before we do that, we check their timelines and their backgrounds.
Yeah.
Like, we can't have someone who's an AKA
clearly
groupie,
biased.
or someone who's a TBPN, or
Yeah.
someone who's a slime. No.
What you call the snipes last week?
Yeah. If you that shit, you can't be part of a team. You must be about hip hop, not about a nigga.
Yeah, facts. I like that, and I'm glad you
Goodness.
told him.
Yeah.
I'm glad you told him that.
Yeah. We could have brought him in like a long time ago.
Because
Yeah.
he's got potential to
But
be a
I've grown
crucial
right
nigga.
now. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, grow out of your legacy shit.
Nah, bro,
Another
like-
person I wanted
Yeah.
to say that to was that Sihle kid. He also has potential to have more influence and do bigger shit,
Yeah.
but he's too busy being a penis cuddler.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Like, if he can get over that, he can do
And
more.
there's this chick called Slang you, eh?
Oh, she's the.
She's a
TBPN,
Cassper,
right?
she's a TBPN.
Yeah.
We can't bring you on.
Yes, guys, don't just love the
Like,
genre.
just be about the
About
hip
the
hop
whole
as a
game.
whole. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're about like you're a slime, we can't bring you here because you're gonna be about
biased.
Aries.
Yeah, nah, I feel you.
You know what I
feel you
mean?
on that one.
That's how we move.
Yeah. Speaking on drop, shout out to Ghost, man. Ghost dropped a proper album. That's his debut. The Eastern Cape is going crazy off of that album. So
Fire.
Yeah.
it's just wild. Like,
And
when you-
Touchline dropped Timeless Freestyles.
ooh.
Oh yeah,
It's
fire.
it's a whole project of
Just
all his freestyles. Yeah.
right,
Oh,
right.
that's fire.
We should
That's
step
fire.
into that.
You were talking about people to look out for.
Yeah.
I've just recently been put on to, I think his name is Usmamane
It's my mind.
from Durban.
My man, yes,
Yeah.
my man is
I haven't
my
He's
man.
pretty dope. I've seen a couple of freestyles, but people are telling me he's dope on.
Bro,
on
let
the
me let me
shit,
tell you
and-
about Durban.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zakwe is doing these events calling hood versus hood.
Oh yeah. I've seen
Yeah,
that.
where
I've
you'll
seen
have
that.
like Mlazi versus Kwamashu,
Yeah.
Lamontville versus Claremont.
Yeah.
So he flies me to Durban every weekend to be the judge.
the judge. You must let me judge this, Zago.
Yeah, yo, Durban situation is crazy.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of dope rappers there.
Dope
Yeah.
niggas, no?
Yeah, they just need like a national
The proper-
exposure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Durban, Cotton Fest lands in Durban for the very first time. Yeah, I think it's gonna be huge for.
But that shit is not hip hop anymore.
What you mean?
What Cotton Fest?
Cotton Fest.
Yeah.
The one that was here in Joburg had like more than 50% piano artists. And hip hop niggas were given a small stage down there. They were not on the main stage unless you Cassper or OK Malum Cool Cat. So Cotton Fest is not hip hop anymore.
Damn.
Damn.
That's a big discussion.
Yo,
Yeah.
bruh.
That's
It's
a
not.
big
It's
discussion.
not. It's not.
Maybe on
Yeah,
the.
no, we'll come back and,
Yeah, we'll
and
come back
discuss
to it.
that one. That one is a
Aight,
bit tough, yeah.
But I think the Durban homies, the fans, are gonna love seeing.
That's
some
why you have Tira for Durban July. You have Socks.
Yeah, I was
You-
about to say they're crying about that Durban lineup.
You
Why?
have El Vovo on the lineup. You have all these
Yo,
niggas.
El Volvo had to pull out of the lineup. Actually, I saw that.
Yeah.
That
Wait, did he
statement.
actually pull out?
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah.
He was like, I can't do this anymore. You know,
Damn.
I'm out. So I was like, damn.
Yeah, because he became like the poster child for
Yeah, the poster boy for that.
Okay.
for the cry
that
of, come on,
situation's
what
quite
lineup
serious.
is this?
It's sad.
something-
It's sad,
yeah,
yo.
yeah.
Probably that was his bag that he hasn't received in a minute.
Hold up, Poach. Hold up, Poach. Shout out to El Vovo. El Vovo's my
Shout out
OG.
to
El
El
Vovo's
Vovo,
from
bruh.
Newcastle. That's
Oh,
my
yeah.
OG. I'm from Newcastle. So,
Oh
yo,
yeah. Bless up to your OG.
Nah, shout out. Yeah. Nah, shout out to the
What
gang,
else we
man.
got for the culture? Let's try and wrap it up. I don't
let's
want
see.
the culture chops to be too long. Let's
Yeah,
try-
yeah,
what
let's
else
wrap
we
it
got?
up.
I feel
Let's
like this
wrap it up.
I feel like this chop was
We
like,
good where we at?
Yeah, it was proper informative. We
Galaxy Boy, that's the
had-
culture
this
too.
is Galaxy Boy.
Shout out to
Oh, yeah?
Galaxy Boy, man.
Yeah.
Shout out, I don't know his name. His handle
Vitos?
is,
Yeah.
how do you say that?
Vitos.
Vitos. Is
It's
that how you-
actually
or
it's
Vitox?
actually not
Vitox.
Galaxy Boy, but Girl and Boy.
girl and boy?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yes.
I didn't freaking know, bruh.
I know
just-
a lot
I'm
of
just
people.
realizing
A lot
now.
of people didn't. It's not Galaxy Boy. It's Girl and Boy.
Oh, damn, that's
But
crazy.
it's become Galaxy Boy.
Yes,
Galaxy
yeah.
Boy, that's culture.
For the
shit,
culture.
that's your history level.
Bruh,
is
Yeah.
actually
like, hey, dog.
okay.
So
Rashid
I
for the
got
culture
this.
chops, man.
Yo, before we leave,
Yeah.
I have a book coming out soon. It's
Fire.
titled SA Hip Hop 101.
It shows you and Slicker
I
were
love
boys,
that.
eh?
I love that.
It shows that you and
Oh yeah,
Slicker were...
Slicker just put out a
Yeah,
book.
Slicker
'cause
just dropped the book.
he just
Mine
dropped
is
the
dropping
book.
now.
When?
In the
Do you have a
next 2
date?
months. In the next 2 months,
Okay, dope.
I'll hook you up for the launch.
Please,
Aye.
please, sir.
Yeah.
Just
please.
him?
Dope. He'll hook us up.
And French fry too, nigga.
I'm just playing, yo. I'm just...
And French
Hey, yo.
fry too.
I wanted to give
But, yeah.
my family there for Galaxy Boy
Yeah.
his flowers. I love the way he pushes that brand.
Yeah.
He's about it. Like he's
Yeah.
not playing with his shit. He's about
He's
his brand.
serious, bro.
Just want to respect his business shit.
Yeah.
You him it. He's doing his thing.
For sure.
So I
Yeah.
got this from a Megacy, bro. I know these two are not gonna like it, but
Yo,
Yeah,
Somebody from the
I'm out
Legacy
here, Togoza
surprised me with this,
1426. Togoza 1426, that's
come
my
on,
hood.
East
shout out
Red.
to Togoza.
East Ren.
The East.
I'm in the burbs now.
I'm out here.
I made it out of the hood.
Somebody sent me clothes because I'm wearing my own.
Yeah.
Chopping it with Bhuda T, culture chops, Rashid,
Frenchie.
French fry.
That's it.
We out of here.
Dope.
Believe it.
Yeah. Yo, man, I love this one, man. It was like... I
Very
learned a lot.
culture.
I learned
Very
a lot,
culture.
man.
You
I
know.
learned a lot. I learned so much, man.
We back. Are we back? We are back. Quickly before we go, and you're gonna put this at the end as a quickly before you go. You also were peddling that narrative of KO taking Skanda from from.
But it's the truth.
That's not the truth.
It is the truth. I was there, nigga. Like, empty.
Oh, my God.
Empty. I said that shit before that happened. I was like, MT is the most unfortunate rapper in SA.
Yeah.
He was MT, and then came MT, blew up. The big hustle. And he started Skanda and came KO, like, was
But
on
KO
some
didn't
Skanda.
take it from him.
Yeah?
KO didn't take that thing from
Wherever
him.
he took it from, MT from Tembisa, 1632,
Yes.
had a mixtape called Skanda
We
Music.
didn't listen to that mixtape.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter
We
whether
don't
you
know
did
about that mixtape.
whether you did or not.
Yeah.
He started Skanda.
He didn't start shit. He didn't start
did.
Skanda.
He
Oh,
did.
my goodness, bro.
He has a
What Skanda
mixtape.
did he start?
Crazy, dog.
He has a mixtape called
When you say he started Skanda, what Skanda did he start? Because Skanda for KO was
Yeah.
the sound of... That was Skanda, the music.
Yes.
So what Skanda did he start, that nigga? Did he make that sound of music? He didn't make the same sound as KO.
He's okay.
So KO didn't take the sound from me. I'm just clarifying.
Okay, listen. KO took the Skanda name from MT.
Not
and
from-
wait, let me finish.
Okay,
wait,
finish.
let me
Sorry,
finish.
I'm sorry.
KO took the Skanda name from MT, but took the Skanda sound from Lunatic.
Okay.
Created the Skanda
Those
sound.
are two different things. Those are two different things. The name and the sound.
Let me correct you.
The name and the sound. Those are two different things.
Created the Skanda sound with Lunatic. Took the Skanda name from South Africa. Not from fuckers, whoever that is. And we out of here.
MT. You own that shit, nigga.
He doesn't...
Fuck what Zinger's talking about.